This is my final video in the breast implant, breast health series, I guess I should call it. So if you want to continue to just learn more about my journey, then stay tuned to this video. When you dream, do you dream of me? I could be everything you need. When you dream, do you dream of me? I could be everything you need. What's up, guys? This is Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. And this is definitely a life situation, but some people would see, breasts as a part of your beauty. And when you go through traumatic experiences, whether it is post-mommy body, which is what my experience was, or God forbid, people who have had health issues and they've had mastectomies and then had, breast implants after the fact, and just trying to rebuild what they previously had, because when you are a natural born woman and that's what you know your body to be like, and then to go through traumatic experiences, it can be very tough. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to just lift the veil off of my life of being a diary and not really open book, and just share this, because I know that it can possibly help some people who have had experiences such as myself. And I've actually had this discussion with a few clients of mine who know the struggles and the journey of going through motherhood, and their children may have gone through the same issues as well, for older women, and then their breasts went south like mine did, and just going through the process, thinking about going through the process of getting implants and a breast lift to just kind of get some semblance of what your life was like before. So the previous two videos, part 1 and part 2, those situations, or that video I should say, that actually was from 2020. We're now in 2022, and I've gone through a little bit more since that, so I'm just going to try to make it as brief as possible. So basically, after I went through that experience of having the capsulotomy, which is the surgeon took care of the capsular contraction, breaking up the capsule that was built up, the scar tissue, and cleaning off the implant and putting it back in. I, not immediately, but started to experience a little bit of issues again with just kind of feeling like it just felt a little hard. Not extremely, but then it just started to feel like it was getting a little bit harder. And then in 2021, I went to meet with the surgeon again. I want to say it was either in January or February. I met with the surgeon, and I said, look, I know you said that you don't see that I should replace the implants at this time, even though it's been 10 years. But I'm having the issue again. You didn't do my previous surgery. Why don't I just start out with a fresh new set and go from there? Even though I wasn't having the issue with my right side, it was just my left that I was having the issue with. I just said, let's just start over and start fresh. And so that's what we did. And so in 2021 in April, I was involved in a car accident, and I was not at fault. Someone hit me and my car was totaled. You can see pictures of it. It was pretty traumatic for me. I was injured, both airbags deployed. I was the only one in the car. I was driving. I was actually on my way to an appointment that I did not make it to because of the accident. But the driver airbag did hit. I hit it. So it hit my face and all this area, and I know for a certainty that it did hit my breast. It had a little slight burn mark on my breast. You can see a picture of it there. It wasn't a great picture, but I definitely had swelling. And the ironic thing was the car accident happened the day before my scheduled surgery. So there you have that. So I went forward with having the surgery and having them removed because I was already having the issues, and I didn't want to postpone it or put it again on the back burner. So when I moved forward with having the surgery done, I was just hopeful that I was free and clear and I wasn't going to have any more issues. So the implant was submuscular, and fast forward over the months, I was going to physical therapy and seeing a chiropractor for my post accident injuries. And I went for therapy from April, which is when the accident happened, until actually maybe the end of September. So I was in physical therapy and all of those things for several months. And quite sure that the accident contributed to not only just pain to the breast implant, but just the entire area. So the muscle and all of that different stuff like that, I'm sure it contributed. So I again started having issues with the same side. The other side was fine. This side, so I went back to the surgeon, and he just was so disappointed. He said, I want you to feel better. I don't know why this is happening this way, but we do have a warranty on the implant, so we can reach out to the warranty company for the implant, and we'll just go ahead and get you scheduled to have it replaced again. And I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to remove everything with regards to the scarring, scar tissue, the capsule, and start fresh. Because when you do get implants, there will be a capsule that will form around the implants. That is normal. But when it starts to get a little hard or harder, or it's not just smooth, but it may be indentations or different things like that, then that can cause more issues. And so for the one on my left side, that's where I was having the issues. So we had the surgery done in March, fast forwarding to 2022. So I had the surgery done in March, and I am still in the process of healing. Tomorrow, as I film this, will actually be 3 weeks since I have had the procedure done. And I will be quite honest, the surgery happened around the same time as the daylight savings time began. And then dealing with anesthesia, I was so tired and wiped out. So I didn't go back to working in the business until the following week after the surgery. And I still was not feeling like I was all the way there. So my recommendation for you, if you're going to go through the process, if you can take at least a couple of weeks off, do your best to do that. I feel that as women, we don't give ourselves enough grace. And especially if you're someone like myself who is a small business owner, you feel more responsibility. So sometimes it feels harder to take that much time off of work. Don't feel guilty about doing the things that you need to do for yourself, because if you're not good for yourself, then you're not going to be good for anyone else. All right, so just to share with you guys, I am still in the process of healing. I still have the stitches, which are dissolvable, underneath, because this is where they went in to, or he went in, I should say, to replace the implant. But I went for my follow-up appointment this past Monday, and he was very pleased with the way things look. I am very pleased with the way things feel, and I have to say that this is the softest it has ever felt for me. And because I had my child when I was young, and I was never really focusing on my breast that much, and I had the first breast procedure, which was the breast lift mastopexy and the boob job breast implants done, breast augmentation, about 2010, and I had my child in 94, so you do the math. I didn't really have anything to compare it to. So for me, it always felt not like hard, but it just felt harder than I was expecting them to. But because I didn't have anything to compare it to previously with regards to implants, I just assumed that that was the way it was supposed to feel. And they do definitely have innovations over the years and updates and upgrades to products and things like that. So honestly, what they did with this one, I love the way that it feels. It feels so much softer. Not saying that this one feels, 100% hard, but I'm still healing over here. So that capsule that is going to form around the implant at some point whenever that happens. That hasn't happened fully yet. This one is over, it's not quite a year, but this one is definitely older than this one. So a capsule has fully formed around this one. So once a capsule forms, sometimes it kind of pushes the breast up a little bit more. So if you see, and you may not really see a difference, but this one, it just kind of looks like it's lifted a little bit more. That's because once the capsule forms around the implant, it kind of pushes it up a little bit. This one has not had a capsule really form around it yet, so it's still really soft, but it's in place. It's not drooping or, sitting down low. It's definitely in place, and it feels good. They feel like they should feel, and like I told him, it feels the softest that I've ever really remembered any implants feeling after I immediately got it done. So again, there's no jutting out to the side or feeling like there's like this bulge or ball like shape that's jutting out to the side or pushing out towards my underarms at all anymore, which is where I was dealing with that, and I don't have that at all over here at all still. So things are still doing great over here. So I'm very happy that I finally feel like I'm in a place with my breast that I am extremely happy. And I want to say that there is no shame in fixing your breasts if you feel that there are issues. If you want to feel better in your clothing, you want to feel better in your bras, you want to feel better when you don't have clothes on, and not have them sagging down and just laying on your skin. You want to have them sitting up without a bra on. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't get breast implants because I was trying to be bigger. Again, you see the picture of when I was in high school. I was never, after puberty, a small-breasted girl. I did this to get myself back to a place after having a child many years ago where I was going to feel more comfortable in my clothing and also in my skin. So I didn't do it for my husband. I definitely didn't do it to attract other men or to, showcase anything online or on social media or whatever. It was for me. So if you're going to do it for the right reasons. Do it because it is something that makes you feel better about yourself, about your body. And when you have children, it literally is invasion of the body snatchers because they really do take over. For some women, they have the luck. I call it luck. I wouldn't say it's a blessing, because if it was a blessing, then that means God cursed everyone else, and I don't believe that I was cursed. Or anyone else for that matter, whose bodies just kind of get screwed up after having children. So yeah, you just were like the luck of the draw where you didn't have those issues after having children. But I do believe that more women have issues after having children than they care to share than those who don't. So when you see the images of celebrities who've had 3 or 4 kids and their bodies look perfect, you better believe that maybe 6 out of 10, I don't know the percentages, maybe 6 out of 10 of those celebrities or reality stars or people who are well known have had some work done on their bodies, even if it wasn't full-on plastic surgery, than those who haven't after having kids, because children change your body and they definitely do change your life. I had hair that was growing like crazy when I was pregnant, and then after I had my son, it seemed like my hair was thinning out and not as strong as it used to be. So I went through a lot of things after having a child, which, to be honest with you, just being 100% with you all, call me selfish if you want, is one of the reasons why I said I'm not having any more kids. Okay? Like, I don't believe that I should have to continue to go through things and suffer in my body simply because I am a woman. I just didn't want to go through it anymore. Having children it's already a hard thing to do. So to have your body screwed up, even, for those reasons, some people, they would just do it over and over again and they don't care about their bodies. Good for you if that's your decision. But for me, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I already went through enough, and it almost made me look like I had several kids and I only had one. So it was like, for me, if I have more, then what else is going to happen? What else is going to happen? So yeah, there you have it. So I hope that this video helped you guys. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to get back to you. You all know that I am not a full-time YouTuber or content creator. I am a business owner, so this is something else that I do. So I definitely will try my best to get back to you in a timely manner. But if you want a more fast response, you can also check the description box. I have I believe my email address is in there. It should be. If not, definitely my website information is there as well. So guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to be a little bit transparent, but again, it's just all in an effort to help someone else. It's not about me or showcasing myself. It's definitely just to help someone else. So as always, I am the Minister of Beauty, here to share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So until the next time, I hope you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.